Today I'm going to show you how easy it is to install one of these hose reels from Giraffe Tools.
This is the ultimate convenience for anybody that does gardening. And now I can get rid of all this mess finally. Since I'm putting mine on a post, I'm going to do this easy way. I'm going to put that post on one of these 4x4 stakes and right into the ground. You can get one of the ones I'm using for $34 at Home Depot. You're also going to need some 4x4 posts. You either get these ones for $11 or you can get ones that are cedar toned. You might need some of these bolts that are made for 4x4s.
See what we got inside the box here. I just cut all my stuff in half. Who needs instructions, right? We got the nozzle, some lag bolts, styrofoam, of course. Hate this shit. The waste.
And then, of course, we have the reel itself.
Wanted to see how long this hose was. Not this one, but the one that comes with the goes to the house. I might need to add something to this. Well, we'll see. Some of the tools you'll need, you need a sledgehammer, a tape measure, a level, screwdriver, and then a impact, or you can do it with a socket and a ratchet wrench.
Now I need to take an hour or two to figure out where I want it.
I'm gonna say when I want it out here. That way it doesn't get in the way of my plants. Here, swing right there, the edge of my flower bed.
And then I'm gonna think this is the spot. I'm gonna test out some things on top of that. Why does it always have to take so much time just figuring this easy stuff out?
First thing I gotta do is put this stake for this 4x4 into the ground. I'm gonna position where I want it. And then I'm gonna start giving it hell with a sledgehammer.
If you put a 4x4 post down in the stake, it's gonna get stuck. It's really hard to get back out. That's why I'm using these 2x4s. And you wanna make sure it's plumb and level before you start hitting it down.
Now, luckily I've been watering my grass or these flowers, trying to get some flowers to grow, so this is gonna go in.
But once I get it started, then I can start pulling back and actually like whacking this thing with some power. And now that I have it down this low, I'm going to check it to see if it's level, even though I should have done this way from the beginning, but I didn't. I'm checking it, but it's way too late to change anything now, at least without pulling the stake back up. And it was good enough anyway, so I'm going to keep whacking that back down.
Hopefully pull my 2x4s out.
I'm going to cut down this 4x4 post from 8 feet down to 38 inches, using a speed square all the way around to mark my line. I'm using my circular saw here, but using a miter saw would work better. We're going to bring over your post, you're going to put it in the hole, and you're going to start beating that thing down into the hole until it stops. I would also recommend using a piece of wood on top, that way you don't dent up the top of your thing, but you can put a cap on top of this.
Okay, as you can tell, my bolt holes are on each side of this post, so that's no bueno. But they do make U-bolts that are square that go around here and in here. So I'm gonna do that, but for right now, I'm gonna go ahead and move this over a little bit. And I'm gonna put these in anyway, just for the video. And then I'll go back and I'll put the U-bolts in it. These lag bolts come with it. Also supposed to pre-drill the hole, but I'm no newbie when it comes to messing stuff up. That ain't going nowhere. Next, we're gonna slide this pipe into this hole through here when it lines up like a pin on a door. Just like that. It also doesn't hurt to put some lag bolts in the 4 corners, or at least 2. That way this thing don't go nowhere ever, even though it's in there pretty damn tight. And we need to install the hose that comes with it, the female ends. That's just gonna screw onto there. We're gonna screw on the handle.
I don't like the length of the hose sticking out of it, so I'm going to adjust the stopper. That way it's at the right length for me. I don't want it sticking straight out, and I don't want it hanging too low. I just want to walk by and grab it. No one wants to bend over every day to grab something.
Whichever way I go, it's gonna follow me and pivot with me.
And then when you're all done, just pull it in. And look how much better that looks afterwards. You can't say it's not a night and day difference. And then I have no more hoses just all over the place. No more having to reel it in manually every single time.